huh?
Mm.
Right now, I've actually gone from being a mechanical engineer to being a social engineer. So you see that Boeing thing that had, there's a lot of women in social science. Well, social engineering, you find a lot of women there too because of their, oh, you know what? I need to stop sharing for a second because I want to share the sound. I'm back. Let's see, share. Are we back to the little robot?
Yes.
Thank you. And so I retired fairly young as an engineer, and I therefore had a lot of time to figure out what I really wanted to do when I grew up, and I went back to school. So that was my gift to myself after having to work as an engineer and not really having time when I was taking care of my family to do all those important things. So that it's been fun for me, and you never stop learning. And that's really the takeaway for a lot of what we do in Tech Trek, is to teach you that you never stop learning. So let's go to the next. This is one of the girls from one of our camps from last year. And she is going to talk to you a little bit about, I don't know what's going to happen when I click this because it's a picture. So let's see what happens. Oh, no. All right. I'm not going to, I will share this afterwards and we'll get it sent out so you can go take a look at it in a minute. But what you're going to be doing is creating a wearable tech invention, device, something that you could wear. It can be a hat, it can be something else, but there's going to be some things that you're going to incorporate into it. So if we talk about what kind of content we have in the camp, there's going to be almost 40 hours of STEM exposure to either role models, activities. 75% of it's going to be hands-on, so you're going to receive kits that are going to enable you to participate in whatever's going on. You're going to be working in small breakout groups. So you will have 2 to 3 coaches in each team to help you work through whatever the technical issues are that you might run into during the course of the week. So in the morning, it's going to be a core, what we call project-based curriculum, and I'm sure you all are familiar with that. It's something that's going to culminate in a final product or service or something. And so this project-based is going to be a week long. During the course of the week, you are going to design and construct this device using the support of all the people and the equipment, and you can get help from home. That's perfectly legit. And that's one of the special things about virtual. You are going to be able to get help from home. We don't tell you that, no, Dad, sorry, Mom, you can't help. This is an opportunity for your family to get engaged with what you're doing, especially if it has to do with the evening. And that's one of the very special things about doing the virtual camp that a lot of people don't realize is that, A, you get to sleep in your own bed, right? I know many people want to go sleep in a dorm room, but I got to tell you, after you've done it a while, it's not that thrilling. So you get to sleep in your own bed, and unfortunately, you don't get to have soda for breakfast unless Mom lets you have soda for breakfast, or Dad. So we're going to construct this invention. You're actually going to do about 15 hours of C++ coding using Arduino circuit boards. You're going to follow, you saw that, what Romy shared with you, that process improvement guide that Boeing uses. Well, that's not very different from the engineering design process. You're going to spend a lot of time brainstorming, just like engineers want to solve the problem. But you're going to have to figure out what the problem is first. We know it's going to be a wearable tech device, but there's a bunch of other things that you need to incorporate into it that are going to make it special for you. So we're going to have to incorporate not just a team, but maybe a personal sustainable development goal. And you can do a little research between now and then so that you all understand, if you haven't already been introduced to it at school, what a sustainable development goal is. There are 17 that the UN came up with that have now been adopted pretty much globally in terms of defining what the important things are that we as a global community have to do to address some of the issues that we're going to be facing into in the future. There's going to be inspirational speakers after lunch. We've got a baconeer coming in. Anybody watch Baking Impossible? Well, Sarah from Baking Impossible is going to be speaking to us during one of the camps. She's awesome. And we've got astrophysicists. We've got the Secretary of Transportation from Puerto Rico is going to be coming and talking to us about her job and what she does and some of the experiences that she's had. We're going to have 12 STEM workshops in the afternoon, and each of those workshops is 90 minutes long, and that's in the afternoon and the evening. So there's going to be 8 Monday through Thursday. Friday, there is no workshop. Friday, let me close that door. Oops, I got a dog in the doorway. Friday will be a showcase. So we're going to bring all of the great things you've been working on during the week. We're going to share them with your families and with the branch. And that will be Friday afternoon. But something new that we introduced this year is we're going to have opening and closing campfires. And those are going to be more or less socialization. But on the Friday night campfire, the closing campfire, we're going to actually do kind of an escape room thing. So we're going to get to play games, and we have a Discord channel that we're going to get set up, and we may have a couple channels that are going to be available for you. So all the afternoon sessions, the 2 each afternoon, are mandatory. So you will take 2 each girl. On Monday, you will have a science. On Tuesday, you'll have technology workshops. Wednesday, you're going to have engineering, and Friday or Thursday, you'll have math. And then each of the evenings, there's going to be activities that are scheduled from 7:30 to 9. You don't have to participate in all of those, but if you do, you then get a special certificate and a special, we actually have an award that we provide to what we call the Tech Trek Super STEMinists. So those are the ones that are really engaged and attended all of the available workshops. For these workshops, we're going to have over a dozen different female role models that are going to help present and help instruct you in what it is that we're going to be trying to accomplish for each of those activities. I talked a little bit about the opening and closing campfires, and that again will be games, networking, and what we talk about is social learning. So one of the things that we've discovered in the virtual experience is that oftentimes kids lose out a little bit on the social learning, social emotional learning that's really important to help you develop teamwork and to help you feel as though you are more accomplished. And so we are going to spend a little bit more time on trying to bring that to the forefront. I noticed we didn't have a lot of participation yet in the chat rooms, but I have to tell you, once you get into the camp, once we start speaking with the speakers, and we do monitor how often we allow the campers to check. So there are certain times when they are going to listen, and then there's going to be other times, and generally the speakers like to have it open chat, and so you have a constant flow of commentary and questions that just keep the speakers engaged, and they keep the girls engaged. And so I think that's an important aspect of the camp. This is a sample of the afternoon schedule. The morning schedule is a little bit more rigorous, but as you see, we have science on Monday, and science, the Monday evening is social science. So that I will be presenting that. we have technology on Tuesday, engineering, and quite frankly, there's so many STEM is in everything. So we could probably pretty much, you know, put most of these in any of the STEM and they would apply because of what we're going to be doing. We're going to do some origami, which is part math. We're going to do some baking on Thursday. So you get to make a pizza. And we'll have a chef come in, and she's a caterer. She's going to talk to us about what catering is like as a business and how much STEM she has to apply. I mean, there's a lot of science in baking, right? Any of you who have seen that. So this is an example. These are some of the certificates that you can get. If you complete the morning session, you'll get a Qualcomm that says you completed 15 hours of Arduino circuit design, coding in C++, and the engineering design process and building a prototype. And then you also, if you participated in the general requirements, that is, you took all of the required sessions and you took 2 of the optional sessions, then you get a full Tech Trek. You're a Tech Trek alumna, and you will be eligible to be a counselor in the future. And then if you do them all, this is the Super STEMinist certificate with just a little acknowledgement of you going the extra mile. At this email address, if you have any questions about, well, how do I do the forms? We are going to have family help nights on Zoom sessions that you'll be able to dial into if you have specific questions about a form or about the camp or what's going to happen. So I think I can stop sharing now and we can. Anybody got questions? It's a lot of fun. I wouldn't do this if it wasn't fun, because my husband says he wants me to stop doing a lot of stuff. And I said, no, I can't stop doing this. This is too much fun. So, and for any of the adults that are on the call, this is a lot of fun. I really could use a couple more. So it's